Quick added video on your calculator. Many times you may want to graph inequalities, meaning things with less than and greater than symbols. But when you hit y equals, you only see equal signs here. So let's say I want to graph y is greater than 2x plus 3. Well, one thing you want to do is turn your inequality app on. So this button right here is apps. If you click apps, you might have a lot there. I'm not quite sure how many you have that are in your calculator by default. It should say inequals, that's number 2. And it'll say press any key, and that means that's how you turn it on. Now, what's nice is once you have that on and you're hitting y equals, these come up at the bottom as choices if your cursor is on the equal sign. So if I want to do less than, which is the second one, they correspond to the F1, F2, F3, F4 in green written here. So if I want to do less than, I'm going to go on top of the equal sign, hit alpha and the second button here, and it makes it less than. And you'll notice that it actually, what I like is if you look over here, it makes a dotted line just to remind you that the line should be dashed, and it's actually shading below. So if I want to graph, what did I say, 2x plus 3, when it graphs it, it automatically shades below, which is beautiful. Let's try another one. Hit y equals, I don't want that to be less than, I want it to be greater than or equal to, which is the fifth one over, so alpha greater than or equal to. And you'll see now it looks more like a solid line, and you're shading above. Same line, but now we shaded above for that. You can graph 2, and we will have that where you need to find where they intersect. So let's make the other one, let's say less than, and let's say negative 4x plus 5. So what it will do is it'll graph the one and shade using vertical lines, and then the second one graphs and shades using horizontal lines. So the solution would be where they overlap, and that would be where you see boxes, which would be this region in here. Now, to be careful, always hit y equal when you're done. I think it is best to make sure you change everything back to the equal sign, because that's what you always use. And we'll clear these out. So I'd keep it by default with the equal sign there. And then if you need to change it, you go on top of it and choose one of those at the bottom. One more thing, if you ever get stuck with your calculator, let's say you're taking a big test in college, SAT, or even maybe one of the school tests, and your calculator gets jammed, above the plus sign, it says mem. So second mem, reset is number 7, all RAM, reset, and it clears it. The bad thing about that is if you had your inequality app on, it's no longer on. If I go to the equal sign, they're not there. So you would have to hit apps, go to number 2, and now it's back up. So it does automatically turn off if you reset. Reset is super nice for if you lose a list or your calculator just gets jammed and you can't figure it out, just start over. Sometimes you hit clear and you're good, other times you have to reset. Thank you. This is the second video on calculator use.